Direction A3 Anse-à-l'Orme. Prochaine station, des Sources.
Alright, very good day everybody. It's Sunday, May 31st, 2026, 6:30 p.m. almost, Eastern Daylight Time. And we are once again here on the A3 Anse-à-l'Orme Branch. And this time filming a ride out of the side window, specifically the left side window, going in the Anse-à-l'Orme direction. So a lot of rides, including my own, have focused on the front window. This one is going to focus on the left side window, and I'll do one on the right side as well eventually. Keep in mind there are sound barriers here, so these are not placed throughout the entire branch, just in sporadic areas such as there. And now you can see there's no sound barrier, so it creates a bit more of a clear view. Here we have a view of some green space. Try to film where the door is, probably give us a bit of a better view here. And as we do the branch split shortly, you're going to notice, well, if you haven't already, if you've watched my other videos or have taken this branch yourselves, probably know that there's a lot of industrial buildings on this branch. And here, of course, is a beautiful nature park. Haven't been here in a while, but probably will do a walking video through there eventually again. Very bright green trees today. Just had a thunderstorm earlier, passed through the region. So here we are approaching the official switch here. I'm going to go over here a little bit quieter. So here comes the official switch here. And now we are officially doing the A3 curve, as I call it, the Anse-à-l'Orme curve. By the way, we're on set 86, in case you're wondering. Same set as my birth year, 1986. So when you take this branch, I encourage everyone to take a look at the different details there are. Even some different creatures and critters along the way. Just saw a beaver. A lot of groundhogs around here as well, and frogs, turtles, you name it. Now as we pass the green space here, this is where we start getting to the industrial zone. A lot of buildings and warehouses. The sound that the train's making right now is very similar to what the O train in Ottawa makes when it turns corners, that sort of a grinding sound. I can tell you right now the REM is definitely smoother than the O train, at least based on my personal experience. And now we begin to climb the elevated structure here. Beautiful view of Mount Royal in the distance. As I mentioned in other videos, we are actually following the path, partially the path of what was train tracks, freight train tracks at one point. You can see them better on the other side. And there's your airport split. There's a fence there. There's a rail maintenance vehicle actually sitting on two little rails. Pretty cool. And by the way, we're facing towards the north, more or less, right now. Actually, sorry, my bad. We're facing towards the south, more or less. We're facing towards the south. Can't see it here. Maybe you can slightly, but there's some abandoned railway tracks there. Those tracks are what I was talking about. I used to be here. If you look in the distance, you can see there's a radar tower, radar station, weather radar. That may be for the airport, probably is the Pierre Elliott Trudeau Airport weather radar. And you'll notice that some of these buildings here are actually abandoned. Some of these large warehouses and factories. So it shows you sort of a snapshot of the present. You can actually see a plane down there landing at the airport. Probably some scrap metal and scaffolding. Warehouses here as well, and yards. There's some lift trucks. So we're pretty much parallel with the airport runways right now. As we approach the Des Station.
Direction A3 Anse-à-l'Orme.
Oh, another big plane coming in there to land.
Prochaine station, Fairview-Whitecliffe.
It's a really scenic branch here for interesting things. Sort of that plane landing right now, where that plane's landing, you can get an idea of where the platform is. And the train tracks here parallel to the runway where the plane is, so sort of gives you an idea where the runway is relative to where we are. Now if I was filming out the other window, which I will do eventually, you'll be able to see the Oka Hills. There's a nice little wooded area there. Those are important in the city to have those pockets of green space. Something that we're slowly losing, not just in Montreal, but in other urban areas. also interesting to see the different types of factories that are here. There's one that's making ventilation pipes or something. We got a propane facility there. Over here looks like a telecommunication company. Some trucks there, some wires, cables. And now we are going over the highway. You guys look carefully, you can see the Point Claire water tower in the distance. So there's Highway 40, Outer Route 40. Now we're starting to get into the more commercial residential area with some industrial buildings. We got a rainbow, guys. Look at this. How's that for a bonus? Yeah, man. So the Fairview Shopping Center is just behind me. If we see a pot of gold under that rainbow, perhaps.
Station. Fairview Pointe-Claire. Les portes s'ouvriront sur le côté droit.
Give you guys a little sort of detailed look at the track structure here. And yes, rust is completely normal on train tracks, no matter what age they are.
Direction A3 Anse-à-l'Orme. Prochaine station Kirkland.
It's rare to see a rainbow, so that's why I'm sort of focusing in on it, on and off. One of the rare remaining Provigo grocery stores. I don't know if that rainbow is getting more, sort of getting brighter, or it's just my imagination. So we'll see if anyone posts a picture of that rainbow. It's right now 6:43 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, as I said, Sunday, May 31st, 2026. See if we get a double rainbow at some point here. There's St. Charles Boulevard, Walmart, Supercenter. So you can see it's really a mix of everything here. We are now in Kirkland. There's that beautiful sign. And as we approach Kirkland Station, we also approach the highest point of the REM system. Some of you were asking out there, why is Kirkland so high? Well, there's a couple of reasons. From what I've read, what I've heard, first of all, there's an underpass where the highway is, so it has to be more elevated. But another reason why they made the Kirkland station so high was because they wanted it to be seen on the highway, sort of stand out on the highway. So when vehicles are coming in, or people are coming in from, let's say, Ontario, or coming in from the western parts of Canada into Montreal, the Kirkland station is one of the main things they're going to see here on the highway. So here we are, and there's that exit or overpass that I'm talking about, why it's so elevated here. So I think that's the main reason.
Station, Kirkland.
But it certainly offers beautiful views here.
Les portes s'ouvriront sur le côté droit.
Beautiful view of the urban canopy, if you want to call it that. The layer of trees that are in the city. Of course, the West Island of Montreal has a lot of trees compared to, say, the downtown area. One of the reasons I like coming to the West Island is because of the trees and vegetation.
Direction A3 Anse-à-l'Orme. Prochaine station, Anse-à-l'Orme.
So there's another overpass going over the highway, and because it's going over the highway, our tracks have to be higher up. And you'll see here it starts to level off again. Starts to get closer to ground level. So again, this entire ride has been filmed out of the left window going in the Anse-à-l'Orme direction on the Anse-à-l'Orme Branch, A3, and we are facing to the south. We're facing towards the south. So now we are approaching the final stop. It's always interesting to see this, I don't know if it's a tanker truck or something. Really interesting trailer. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that ride through the side window, the left window, and here we switch tracks. Because the boarding platform is the same platform as the departing platform usually. So that's just the way it's designed here. So pretty much most of the time it switches tracks before the station. It switches tracks before the station. So this will be the same track to get on the train. So if you wanted to stay on, you could. Just like the old days at Bois-Franc Station, when before there was the Dumontagne line, you can just stay on. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bells. More videos to come.